Hey, what's going on? It's Ninja Nick. Here is how to ride a motorcycle. This is going to be a beginner-friendly, easy-to-digest video. We're going to be talking about the basics, including the controls of the motorcycle, how to get on and start the bike, the friction zone, actually putting our feet up and riding, and shifting. So let's get started. Let's start off with the controls of the motorcycle. We'll start from left to right. We have our clutch. When pulled in, that kills power to the rear wheel. Our blinkers, the horn, the key, the kill switch, the power button, the throttle. This is our front brake, which is 70% of our stopping power. Now moving down here, this is the shifter. To upshift, we kick up. To downshift, we kick down. Moving on the other side, this is our rear brake. This is 30% of our stopping power. Now we know what the controls are, so let's get on the bike. It's easiest to get on from the kickstand side. We grab our handlebars, swing our right leg over, straighten the bike, straighten the wheel, and put that kickstand up. Now let's start the bike. Let's turn the key to turn the ignition on, turn off the kill switch, see that we're in neutral, so then let's press the power button. Now it's started. Our next step is to pull in the clutch and then kick down into first. Make sure you hold that clutch in. Now we're ready to start going. As we slowly let out the clutch, we'll be going through the friction zone. You have to slowly let out the clutch and give some throttle to get through the friction zone. If you let out the clutch too fast, you'll kill the bike. The friction zone takes a lot of practice, so if you don't get it on the first time, that's okay. Just remember to slowly let out the clutch and give throttle. So one more time. Once you go through the friction zone, put your feet up, then you're riding. So I'm going through the friction zone. There we go, put my feet up, now we're riding. So now we can let the clutch out, and now we're just kind of going here. We're in first gear, we're going 5 miles an hour, but we're going. So our next progression is to give throttle. So we roll on the throttle by twisting our right hand. So that feeds gas to the bike, so then we start going a little bit faster. Now that we're going faster, it's time to upshift. When we upshift, we roll off the throttle, we bring in the clutch, and then we kick up on the shifter. And then after we kick up, we let out that clutch and continue to give throttle. So then we'll be going from first gear to second gear. Here's what that looks like. All right, let's upshift. We're in neutral, again, pulling in the clutch, kicking down into first. Let's go through the friction zone and then upshift. Awesome, now we went from first gear to second gear, and let's say it's time to stop. What do we do? Well, let's downshift from second gear to first gear. How do we do that? Downshifting is essentially the same thing as upshifting, except we're kicking down on that shifter. So it's rolling off the throttle, pulling in the clutch, and then a click down on that shifter. After we click down, we can just slowly release that clutch. So here's what a downshift looks like. Awesome, now it's time for us to come to a stop. What do we need to do? We need to use both of our brakes, the front brake and the rear brake. Again, 70% of our stopping power is the front brake, 30% is the rear brake. If we give too much rear brake, we could skid the tire. So as we're coming to our stop, we're going to also pull in the clutch, because remember, that kills power to the back wheel. We're going to come to a slow and controlled stop and then put our left foot down. And then we have two options with our right foot. We can either leave it on that rear brake, or we can also put the right foot down as well. But just remember to keep that clutch pulled in. If you let the clutch out in first gear, you're going to kill the bike. Let's see what a stop looks like. I'm going, I want to come to my stop, brakes and clutch. Left foot down, and I'm keeping my right foot on the rear brake. Again, clutch pulled in. Now, how do you turn the bike off and get off of the bike? We can just go ahead and hit that kill switch. Now the bike is off, so let's go ahead, clutch pulled in, half a click up on the shifter, so that way we get to neutral. We can let out the clutch. Let's swing that kickstand down, lean the handlebars to the left, and then we can put the bike on the stand and then swing our right leg over, and now we're off of the bike. For those of you wondering which bike this is the Ninja 400, which is an amazing beginner bike. I highly recommend it. Thank you for watching, and good luck practicing. Please don't forget to hit that subscribe button. I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.